As the family of Philando Castile or Alton Sterling could tell you, police in the United States kill more of their civilian citizens in a week than many countries do in a year, or 5 or 10. Often these killings seem to happen to people that are of minorities or other disadvantaged groups. Whether you're black or Latino or gay or indigenous native person from the United States, you are often more likely to be at the brunt of these killings. Also, if you find yourself to be uneducated or poor, or in a state where there are more poor people than others, you are more likely to find yourself at the end of police violence. This has to stop. Whether or not it's education on the side of the police or the people, it has to stop. It will lead to another revolution in the United States if it does not stop. Whether it's because the police are trained locally and local communities or states may not have the money to screen and train police the way they would want to, or whether it's because it's a heavily armed gun culture in the United States, or whether it's the fact that people do not have access to health care necessarily when they really need it, that possibly would prevent them from getting to the extent where they get themselves in situations where they're going to be shot. Violence begets violence. These situations in the United States where, when you compare them to other countries, Iceland is a tiny country, I know that, but they have had one police shooting in over 70 years. The United States has many times that every single week. Violence at the hands of the people that are supposed to be protecting you has to stop. As does support from, to me, backwards kind of situations that would not fly in other countries. I doubt that if you were in Europe and you had a situation where you said, I shot someone multiple times, not just once, I shot them multiple times because I thought they might be armed, would fly. I doubt that in a lot of other countries somebody carrying a screwdriver around would give you the right to shoot them, regardless as to, you know, how many times they threatened you with it or whatever the case might be. All you have to do, as we've seen in videos from other countries, is hold your ground, make sure no one gets hurt, and wait for the person to tire themselves out. I don't pretend to know what the solution is here, but this violence at the harms of that harms so many people by the police must end, or there will be a revolution on their hands. I think protests are good, and I think they're necessary at this point. However, we must not make more criminal acts in the form of our protests than what's already been done. We do not want to put ourselves in a situation to have more encounters with the police. I'm really saddened for the families of those that have been harmed by the police. I hope that things in America get better from here. But it's going to be a very, very long struggle. Let us hope that we can find a way through it.